Welcome, fellow Beastians, welcome, fellow Beastians. I'm your one and only gaming beast, and today we are going to play a game of Action Your Fighter for Brigade Con. This is the second game of Deathmaze, and Deathmaze 2, Death Harder. So all of you guys are one of the deadliest people in the world, and you wake up after your whatever your daily routine was at the moment in this abandoned like building of some sort. Seems like it's like has metallic walls and everything. And then you hear this voice. It says to you, "Welcome, challengers. I am Mr. X, and this is the Death Maze. You have thought I died, but I'm back. You have to kill each other. We will see who is the last man standing. Inside of your brains there is a microscopic nuclear device. If there has to be one man standing in about an hour, in 2 hours. If there is, wait 1 second, Heath. I'm doing my intro. Heath. Okay, thanks. So if there has to be one man standing. If not, if there's even just two people standing, the nuclear devices go up and all of you die. If you win, you will get your reward, a reward beyond your wildest dreams. Let the fight commence. Okay. So let's start with introducing your characters pretty quick. We'll start with from right to left, where I'm seeing it. Andrew, please introduce your character, like how he looks like and what he's about.
Hey guys, Andrew Knapp, SR2 Joker. I am playing Crash Blitzer. He is known as the Hurricane. He is a 6-foot tall wrecking ball that just goes around the country doing whatever he wants. They've tried to throw him in a bunch of different pens. None could hold him though. In prison, they used to call him Sudoku because he had everybody's number.
I love it. Awesome. Okay, then we'll go with Fantastic Dimensions, Ian.
Hi guys, I'm Ian from the YouTube channel Fantastic Dimensions. I am playing Rex Heath Posnap. He's just a mercenary for hire, used to work as a mob hitman, got kind of bored with the job and decided to branch out. Now he tends to do contract work for various governments and hit squads and things of that sort. No idea, how he's ended up here, but killing people is the name of his game, so he's ready for the death maze.
Awesome, awesome. Heath is not yet back. Heath, where are you back? Awesome. Okay, Heath.
Yeah.
Introduce your character and what he's about.
Tonight I'll be playing Jegrid, an assassin for hire. There is word in the underground network of assassins that I believe his name is Professor X has been up to no good. A lot of people are very upset with him. I've been sitting here to put an end to Professor X one way or the other.
Mr. X.
His name's irrelevant. He'll be dead soon enough.
Very nice. Okay, we have the Rex Apocalypse, Juve himself.
Yes, this is Rex Apocalypse 8186 is my YouTube channel. My character name is Afro Brown, world-renowned martial artist, master of every known martial art that ever existed, and freedom fighter for the people.
Nice, I love it. Okay. Okay, we got here Mark, Sweet Games. What is it? Sweet Game Geek. Okay. Mark, why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
I'll be playing a character called Clashy Clams, who was Crash Blitzer's cellmate in prison, and he's the one that actually spread the rumor or spread the nickname Sudoku.
I love it. And then we have last but certainly not least, we got the right now I would say the mother of the new Brigade Con, because I think you've done it pretty much yourself at this point, more or less. I know others were involved. Oh, I might be wrong. Anyway, introduce yourself and your character, please.
Yeah, so my name's the Rogue DM. I've just come out of a game and I have not had much sleep, so I might be a bit delirious, but I think this is a good remedy to kind of let everything out of my system. It's going to be a really awesome, silly game, which is great. So just kind of on the fly, I've just come up with a character called the Ripping Snake, which is a ninja. It's not the best name ever, and this ninja is not known for his creativity skills. That's not what he's about. Instead, he has incredibly ripping muscles. He's not the sort of bog standard ninja that's very thin and lanky. This guy, he's a ninja, yes, and he's good with his hands and with his sword, but he likes to show off the fact that he's a ripping ninja, and he goes more for the looks rather than like his motivation and what he is. And Mr. X is going to be no match for the Ripping Snake.
I love it.
He will ripple his chest in his general direction.
He's a ripping snake, all right. I love it. Okay. Then we have Jenny, and these are our challengers for this year's Deathmaze. And so you start out, you see basically this kind of metallic corridor. The corridor just continues, and it turns to the right. This is what you see, all of you. So we'll start. Who wants to go first right now?
I can go first if you want.
Oh, okay. We'll go with Jenny, okay? And then we'll go from Jenny back to Andrew.
So just kind of tell me what happens in a turn. Can I just like do whatever I think, or is there a specific thing you have to do in the action?
Okay, well, the description is you got to basically kill all the other challengers, and you got to be the last man standing, or the nuclear device will go off in your hand. If you do win, you will get your prize.
Okay. So the Ripping Snake struts forward with all his rippling biceps underneath his rather tight black clothing. You can't see his face apart from these two eyes that show brilliant blue. You're not even sure if he's Japanese or not. He looks round at everyone else and just says, well, you can come with me or not. Maybe I will spare you if I get to know you.
You don't see anybody else. Because
I beg your pardon.
No worries. No. You start out in different areas.
I see. Okay.
Because you have to kill each other. This is the goal of the game.
But I thought we were all kind of starting to get.
Yeah. You know that there's no other challengers because Mr. X has told you with the radio device. So basically the speakers.
Okay. All right. Okay. Ignore the bit where he shows off to people who are blatantly not there. Instead, he struts forward and goes around the corner in a very non-ninja style manner.
Okay. You continue to go through a maze-like area. You don't find any resistance to you, and you come towards a room, and you see basically the room. And what do? Do you continue on?
Is there anything about the room that's particularly interesting, or is it just a regular room?
It just looks like a regular, like, metallic room. So everything seems like the walls made out of metal. Yeah, everything is made out of like shiny metal.
Okay. He grunts to himself. There's obviously something about this room that doesn't meet the eye. I'm gonna go slow, like smooth and slow. So almost in this weird kind of shuffling, he's going to slowly move one foot across and then get the other one to meet and kind of do it like that and gently go across the room.
Okay, roll a 1d12 because it's a 1d12 based and add your moves, which should be 5.
Okay. Oh, good start.
Okay,
17.
Okay. What happens is there was a trap in the room, but so what you see is that there's small holes opening. And you have what you can see are small metallic munchkins that have spikes on them, jump out, and they like go out. They come out like, whee! and like spikes come out, and then they start like jumping towards you, like Sonic the Hedgehog style, just swirling like. They become like a small like metallic blades thing, and they just like jump towards you like. And they fly so fast that they actually shatter on the walls. But what happens, now you can describe how you dodged them perfectly.
Okay, so I could, almost like I was attuned to what was in the floor, I could hear the sound of things moving around me. And as these things came out, and I kind of think, oh, those things again. I've seen you before, I know how to take care of you. And almost like those really cheesy movies where people can like walk across walls, like kind of just completely defeating the laws of physics. He jumps off a wall, jumps off another wall, goes around all the side walls, completely avoiding them, then does a final roll on the ground towards the end door, and he goes, ha ha!
I love it. I love it. And now we'll go to Mark. Mark, you also see a corridor going to your, and it was to your right.
Okay, so he's beginning to walk in that direction, and he's wearing some plain clothing. There's one interesting thing about him, though, something that he got his name Clams from, and it's because his hands are actually choppas from like a lobster or something like that, like a lobster.
Okay, like a lobster. Okay,
Like a
very
lobster.
nice. I like it.
And
Yeah, continue.
he's just walking down this corridor, and he's like walking not too fast, not too slow. He's confident in his movement. He's confident that he'll whatever he will come across, he can succeed and go through that. And what does he see at this end of this corridor?
Okay, roll a 1d12 plus your brains.
Uh, 6 plus 4, 10.
Okay, there's something weird about the corridor, but then you look around, you don't find anything suspicious. Except kind of a bad vibe going on.
Like there's something about this corridor that I'm just not seeing, like...
Okay, what happens is, suddenly as you're looking for something, the corridor behind you, it starts what happens is, it looks like the corridors are like falling off into space, like sections of the corridors just start falling off. So you gotta move fast if you wanna, not fall into whatever void that is.
Okay, he picks up his pace. He's beginning to run now instead of walking.
Okay. Roll a moves roll. So 1d12 plus your move.
Okay. 7 plus 6. Yeah, 7 plus 6. 13?
Yep. 7 plus 6. Okay. It's okay, that should work. You run forward, right? And the corridor stops, like falling into space. But another section of the corridor, as you go, it seems like to shift up the whole thing to a 90-degree angle. And under you can see a bunch of lava. And out of the lava, you see a two-headed giant robot shark appear. And he says, lunch!
Okay,
So right now, now he will shoot rockets out of his mouth, so you gotta roll a successful move roll. You gotta get at least a 10 or higher to avoid the rockets.
Okay, hopefully this will work.
They're like small mini missiles.
You said 10 or higher?
Yep.
5 plus 6?
With your bonuses. Roll your 1d2. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 11.
Okay. Please describe how you avoid the rockets.
He kind of sees it coming out of the shark's mouth, out of the lava, and he's
Mhm.
like, he's kind of sidestepping it, basically kind of a
You can
roll dance
you
thing.
cannot really roll because remember you are right now in the entire corridor has moved up, so you are right now in a almost like a tube in a rectangular tube, metallic tube, and you're like just holding yourself on the sides, so you
Oh, okay.
cannot roll really. I mean, although you could roll, why the fuck not? Please describe how you roll and defy gravity.
Roll the five. He's in a tube, right? So,
Yeah.
I guess like okay. I don't know. It's kind of hard to roll. I guess you're right. So basically, I guess he's just kind of dodging out of the way a little bit. He's
Okay.
just barely in the nick. Like it just barely passes
You,
over.
you squeeze yourself to the edge of the wall, and the two missiles just pass you, and then they explode on the top. And as the top explodes, you have now acid coming down. Okay.
Ooh.
And this is where we're gonna stop, and we're gonna go to Juve. Juve, what do you do?
Well, as soon as Afro Brown stands up, still wearing his brown mink long coat, because he was going off to the discotheque before these suckers jacked him up, Afro Brown pulls out his Afro pick and picks his head like, great, another messed up evening. Both been down there chilling with the honeys at the Afro Tech, but that's fine. Afro Brown can handle this. Beat down some jive turkeys and be home for dinner with some chicken and some waffles. And walks down the corridor.
Awesome. Okay. You come down the corridor, and suddenly you enter an entire room that looks like a kind of like a Chinese kind of garden of some sort, right? And yeah, this is what you see. So you got the little river, you got like the nice garden, you got little pagodas everywhere.
So, I'll just keep on, doing that infamous Afro Brown lean walk as I'm walking down,
Okay,
hands in my pockets.
roll a 1d
Awesome.
1d12 and add your brains.
All right, 1d12. And then with what now? Add what?
Your brains.
So that would be 14.
Okay. Uh, as you go down, you notice that's basically two guys pop out of nowhere, and they look like your standard kung fu guys out of a kung fu movie, and they come down, and they just salto down like, and one of the guys says, "You will die." It's like his like back synchronization, and
Uh-huh.
yeah. So and
So at this point, like I say back, man, y'all two come out straight out of a comic book.
I
Take
love
my
it.
jacket off.
And that's initiative is having the better quip. Okay, so you want initiative because I like that.
So my first action, it's not even an attack action, is I pull out this rod, flip it out, it forms a coat hanger. Let me put my
Well, wait,
my
out of character, I must break your bubble. You don't have weapons at the moment. None of you have
No,
weapons.
it's not a weapon. It's just a clothes hanger. I carry around a clothes hanger all the time to hold up my mink. Just a piece of old rod. Put my hang my coat on it, toss it over, and it lands perfectly in the pagoda. And then I walk off like and get into a kung fu set like with my hands like waving them over like, bring it, jive turkeys.
Okay, I love it. Then we'll have the two guys attack. Well, one guy, he will attack with a total of 12, and the other guy, he will attack with a 7. Okay, now roll your moves and attempt if you can attempt to block and add your move. So roll a d12 and add your moves for blocking. So you got to roll. You got to basically roll a 12 or higher.
I got
total.
that. my move is I got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14?
Yep. Okay, so you blocked his, and yeah, the other one is 7. So then you get multi attacks. That's a good thing to know. I'm gonna write that down. Multi attacks. But anyway, so the other guy, he does hit you, but he's not really strong. He hits you for 2 damage.
Yeah,
And
he
now,
hits me across. He hits me across the face, and I like look back at him to spit on the ground like, "That ain't nothing to Afro Brown."
I love it. Okay. Then please, now it's your turn to attack.
All right. So I attacked the one that just had me spit blood on the ground, and that shall be a 6 plus my brawn, so that's 12. And I
No,
get a plus.
your
And I get a
brawn.
plus.
You add your brawn to your the damage.
Oh, you have the brawn to damage. So do I
Yeah,
add
yeah.
the +5 for hand-to-hand combat?
Yep.
So that would
Well,
be.
you have the brawler. You use your moves, but you have a 6 in the move. So
Yeah, so that's 12.
okay. Let me see if he has a chance. He might have a chance of deflecting that. Nope. Please roll your damage.
All right. So that would be another D12.
Your base damage is let me see here. Where the hell is that? All right. It's yeah, 1d4. Yeah.
Okay. So 1D4. That's 2 plus the brawn. Correct.
Yep.
So that will be 8.
Okay, 8. So you basically destroyed a guy. Please describe how you destroy him.
So, like something of the Fist of the North Star, I proceed to throw, and I say, Flying Black Dragon Attack, Fist of Iron, and then proceed to do these rapid punches all over in his face. And then the final punch hit him square in the head, and his head exploding. You see blood shooting out copiously for like 2 minutes, and he drops over dead. And then I look at the other guy like, come on. You know you want to be just like your friend over here on the ground, bleeding out like a sucker.
Okay, and basically as the blood is spraying, the other guy is like just like he just looks at you and he just like yells and he's like, no! And his head explodes too, in a blood fountain. And yeah, this is where we're gonna continue to Heath.
So I'm entering the death maze, correct?
Yeah, you're also in a corridor, and it
Right.
also goes to the right. But yeah.
Right. So Jegrid steps forward, turning right. Peculiar-looking figure, almost like a demonic gesture, if you will. A wicked smile splayed out across his face, and he takes a step forward, a large, meticulous goose step. 1. And then another. A hand comes out, long, almost bony-like fingers, nails filed to points, and he presses it into the wall and begins to pick up the pace of this goose step, though still meticulous, the sound of nails dragging on chalkboards emanating throughout this corridor. A game you want to play, Mr. X. So be it. I'll have you know, though, I never lose, and my prize will be your head.
Okay, I love it. So what happens is that roll a moves roll, please. So you roll 1d12 and add your moves.
Okay, moves. So that should be 13, I believe.
Okay. Let me see here. Okay. So what happens is the entire corridor, as you move in, suddenly the walls change and they change to form, and suddenly they have like these serrated blades, and the entire corridor starts spinning, and it becomes almost like a meat grinder, a literal meat grinder in a meat grinder. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you just get away in the nick of time, a little bit back, but behind you, what you can see is like behind you also it changes into a meat grinder. So the level of where it's safe always becomes smaller and smaller. What do you do?
So you see as the corridor begins to rotate, Jegred's leg lifts up and his left leg and flips out to the side, and he spins, followed by his hand with a large scrape. As he foyers, ballerina-like, hands almost coming up in the air for a moment, landing gracefully, kicking off, followed once more, an extended kick, legs out, dancing through the corridor, nimbly evading everything.
Wait, before you have evaded the first one, so you're going forward.
Sure.
So roll 1d12. Let's see how your ballerina skills are, Mr. Wanamaker, Mr. Jegred.
That's an 11.
Okay, it's fine. So continue describing your success.
So again, he leaps forward, one leg extended out front, the other behind, coming down gracefully on one foot, spinning, another foyer, leg kicking out, propelling him forward once more. There's nothing like a wonderful dance in the morning, macabre though it may be. Should I roll again?
No, you fine. You're passed. You only have to roll once. Well done.
Or
okay.
Macabre, rather.
Oh, I liked it. We'll go now to Ian. Ian, you also see a corridor, just like at the beginning.
Okay, Rex Heath stands up, feeling kind of groggy. The message still booming in his head from Mr. X. He checks his right hip, and his Desert Eagle's missing. No, Mary. Checks his other side. Oh, Sue! Reaches back for his auto shotty. Realizes there's nothing there. Katrina! No! Mr. X! You hurt my girls, I'll eat your heart!
I love it. Mary Sue. That is great.
He walks over, peeks around the corner, looking down the corridor, feeling naked without his guns.
Okay.
You see anything?
It just looks like a corridor continuing at this moment.
Okay, he'll kind of trying to be as quiet as he can, but he tries to walk quickly down to the other end of the corridor to peek around the next corner.
Okay, as you roll a moves roll, please.
All right.
So 1d12 plus your moves.
It's a 16.
Okay, you got no problem. Under you, there is a trapdoor that opens, but you avoid it. Please describe how you do so.
So he's kind of trying to tiptoe, but quickly down the hallway. And just as he steps onto the trapdoor, he feels it move a little bit under his weight, realizing that it's not solid underneath. So he dives forward into a forward roll as the door opens up underneath and just barely crosses the edge.
So you have like these tentacles come out, okay? And on the end of the tentacles are holding old pistols, right? And they start like shooting at you. Roll a moves roll to avoid the shots.
That's a 13.
Let me see how good he shoots.
Are they Mary and Sue?
No, they're just some generic crappy pistols that you'd only shoot if you would have nothing else.
Just
So
a
he
half a bullet
shoots and
bullet,
you
nothing
and,
else.
and you and you dodge it. You can describe that if you wish.
So they start firing, and he basically kind of does like a quick backwards jump, and then he rolls forward underneath the shots, and they're coming up out of the pit. You said, are they sticking out over the edge, or?
They're coming out, and like you have like the trap door, so that you got like two out, right? And they have like the pistols, so they're just like they're outside of the edge, so you could definitely reach them. They're pretty long.
So as he rolls forward, dodging the second barrage of shots, he's going to come up and try to spring up and grab onto the tentacles to try to wrestle the pistols away from him.
Okay, roll a moves roll, and then you roll a strength roll for wrestling. Okay, we'll do this opposed roll. So first the moves.
The moves roll is a 15.
Okay, what was your basic roll?
9.
9. Okay, you're not able to catch his hand. I rolled a crit,
Oh shit.
and so you're not able to do that. It's
Okay.
they're just too slippery. Like you grab onto them, but you every time you almost able to grab onto them, they slip out of your hands.
Right. Damn it. Okay. There's nothing else. Looking around for an improvised weapon. Is the trap door like still kind of hanging there?
Well, it's like open, like it's like hanging there, so there's a door. So
Mhm. Okay. Then the next thing, since I was unable to reach up and grab
well,
on the tentacles.
right now it is his turn with shooting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, roll your moves roll to see if you can dodge it.
11 plus 6, 17.
Oh, you dodge it, no problem. You can describe
So
that.
he's just quickly like kind of turns to the right, turns to the left. It's almost like some kind of a weird dance maneuver almost, but he's just like standing there, a couple feet away from these guns and dodging their shots, kind of noticing how the tentacles move in a jerky fashion and kind of predicting their movements. Can I see the hinges on the trap door? Do they look particularly like strong? Do I think I might be able to?
You cannot say right away, but you could try to tear it
I'm
out.
gonna reach down and grab one of the doors and try to rip it off.
You don't have a problem grabbing it, but you have to roll a brawn move, a pretty high one. So
10
roll
plus
one.
6, so 16.
You tear out the door.
Okay. Does that count as a whole action?
Yep, and we'll move to Andrew now. Okay, you have the door now as an improvised weapon. Andrew, you also see a corridor. What do you do?
Alright. So you see a man laying on the ground like a sack of shit. The camera pans down on a hand in a cut-off black leather glove. It tenses. You see the pile of shit start to raise. This man stands up, 6 feet tall. Hand goes into his jacket. He slowly pulls out a fag. It's crumpled up. Puts it in his mouth. Lights the end of it. Some music by Kavinsky starts playing in the background, and he says, "Deathmaze. I call this a Tuesday morning." And he slowly starts to walk down the right bend in the hall.
Okay, as you go down, you find yourself in a room which is really huge, and it looks like some kind of like a really bad neighborhood. You got like abandoned buildings and stuff, almost like semi-post-apocalyptic, something like that. And as you wait, roll a moves roll.
Alrighty, so while I'm rolling this, I actually see how nasty the area looks, and I go, "What the fuck is this, Detroit?" My move is a 15.
Okay, that was a close one. So suddenly you hear something being thrown, and you could just barely see. It's like literally like a clown's head, and it's like just breaks, and what it breaks, and where it broke, like acid came out, and it melted away. And you can hear this laugh, and you can see this jester, almost slightly juggalo motherfucker looking guy, and but he has like he's just like he's like they're playing with these with these kind of clown heads, and he says, "Well, hello there. I am the Chucklefuck, and I see you're here to play."
So I'll toss my cigarette and say, "You like jokes, chuckle fucker?"
I love jokes, and you're the greatest one so far.
Hey, try this one on for size, half pint. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Dead.
Dead what?
All right, it like zooms in on my face. Dead you. And I'm gonna do a flying kick at him.
Awesome. Do your attack.
All right.
Moves roll. It's a contested moves roll.
My moves is 11.
Okay. By the way, that was a great moment. So you got the initiative. So
Nice.
in total 11.
Yep.
Well, I rolled crit. So you do a really good kick. Like this would have like defeated most people on the planet Earth. But he just like steps to the side, and as you fluff. Well,
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do I get +5 on it since it was a hand-to-hand maneuver? Or is that only literally fist?
No, hand-to-hand means it's just hand-to-hand.
Just
it's
hand-to-hand.
just the name. Yeah.
I gotcha.
So you got a +5. So does it make it different?
It takes it to a +6. It takes it to a 16.
He did roll a critical, like a nice on that.
Probably should roll again to confirm.
Yeah, that's something. Confirm roll. Yeah. Well, he dodges it for now. It is that you have a mighty kick, and as you fly in, you crush through the walls, and yep, and he just laughs at you, and suddenly, as you look at him, what happens is his arms like he gets suddenly multiple like robotic arms, and he almost looks like a Harlequin Shiva, and he's got like now 8 arms, throwing all these clown balls. And some of them start having like they start throwing their knives and stuff. So now it's he will attack. Okay, and moves roll to see to dodge. If you want to dodge.
It's a crit failure.
Oh, okay. So he will do a 6 the max damage because he crit failed, a 6 damage acid damage to you. You want to describe that? So it just throws. You want to describe the damage?
Yeah. So he throws it. I try. And it's in the jacket. I start to tear the jacket off and throw it on the ground. And you can see underneath I was wearing this white beater, and it's eaten through the side of it, and you can see this nasty burn mark, and my eyes narrow. That was a $500 jacket, asshole.
I love it. Okay, so what is going to happen now is that suddenly wherever you are at the moment, a door appears, and you get basically sucked into it, and now you are in a center room, and in the room you have basically what you see is that you have a ring around it, like a narrow kind of ring on the side, and you have the walls. Then you have an area which is kind of just a chasm, and there's like floating kind of discs. Like it's about like I would say like 30 feet, and then you have these small kind of round discs on there, platforms, and in the middle you can see a big platform which goes up, and there what you can see is a huge kind of weapon stash, kind of. It's like a big cupboard, and you can see weapons of that you can imagine, and you're all on the side right now.
Okay. I'm gonna go over and start looking at the weapons. I'll choose some kind of like really quite short throwing knives type thing. Lots of shuriken, of course, specifically if they have extra blades on the ends of them.
Okay, roll a basic moves roll to see because you have to get there from the platform. You have to jump from the side and into the middle. So roll a basic one.
Mhm. Okay. What do I
you're
add?
fine. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You add your moves, but since you're the ninja, you have a high move, so it should be fine.
Good.
Okay, so you basically want to get some ninja weapons. What do you want to get?
Well, like I said, if there are any shuriken with extra blades on the end, that would be cool. Or if they had like little explosives on the end, that would also be good.
Okay. What you find is you find 5 shurikens.
Mm-hmm.
One shuriken is like a shuriken, and on the end there's smaller shurikens spinning. In the real world, this would never work, but this is like action or fighter.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
and you can see like smaller shurikens that will detach when you throw it. You'll also find an exploding shuriken, and then you have also a shuriken, which is like that returns, which is like a glaive kind of thing, and the final one is a normal one. So.
Okay, so is that 6?
Oh well, then it's 6, yeah. Counting, it eludes me.
Right. So what he does is he takes each of them, he looks at them for a bit. He starts looking at his torso as well, and what he does is he takes one of them and puts it into one of his rippling biceps. He kind of moans a bit. Whether it's a good moan or not, I can leave it up to you. He does the same with the other side. He does it in his forearms as well, one each, and then also one in each of his chest muscles.
I love it.
I am set.
I love it. You're like a walking He-Man figure. I love it.
Essentially. But a ninja.
Well, there was Ninjor. There was a ninja called Ninjor. I'm not even kidding. It was my favorite figure. He had the nunchuck. But it's not neither here nor there. So, Mark, it is your turn. You find yourself in the same corridor, and you can see the 5 other contestants.
Oh, we are in the same room.
Yep. As I said, in the middle there is this big tower kind of thing, and you have the platforms floating around. There's about 6 of them, and then you're on the outer ring, and there's a wall, basically. Okay?
Oh, okay. It opened up to us.
Yeah. You basically, the hole opened up, and you got sucked in, and you find yourself here.
Okay. What happened to the acid that was like above me?
As it came down, actually the hole opened, and then you got sucked in, and the acid just went past.
Lucky break.
Yep. Your clothes singes slightly, but it's no real damage.
All right. So I'm like off in my own area. There's everyone around me. And I'm not sure what I need to do.
You have to kill the other guys. That's the goal.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Well, logically, you could either go and get a weapon, unless or you could go and just attack them. Whatever,
Yeah, my claws are the weapon.
What? Mark?
I think he just dropped.
Okay. Well, let's say we'll go to Juve, and Mark is right now. He is like thinking what he's gonna do, and so we'll go to Juve. Juve, what do you do? Oh wait, Mark, you're here. Okay, you didn't drop. We thought you dropped.
Sorry, I did drop actually. I hit my Ethernet cable and it came out.
Ah, shit. Okay, so what do you do?
I was suggesting I roll a random die to see who I go after, cause.
Oh, okay, wait. That's the thing. Since you guys are not together, like we'll do this. Well, once you get fighting, we'll do this. Okay. Right now, we'll just go with the same kind of like what we did, and once you get close, we'll do initiative. Who starts? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, Mark. What will you do?
What will I do? I guess I'll just start heading off into the center of the room.
So you want to get the weapon. Okay, then roll a moves roll. Because you have to jump on the platform and then jump to the weapons cache.
Okay. Moves roll +6. Oh, wait, what just happened? Oh, there it is.
You
11.
rolled a 5. Okay, you're fine. You're now in where the weapons are, and you can see the rippling ninja with his bulging muscles just basically taking shurikens left and right. And yep. What kind of weapon do you get?
So the weapons are like on a table or something?
No, it's not a table. It's like basically like a kind of a cupboard. It's like a triangular. It's not a triangle. It's like a four-sided cupboard, and they're on the walls, just stacked piles and piles. But any weapon you can think of.
Any weapon I can think of.
Wow. Okay, don't go fucking crazy with Warple. Think action movies.
Action movies, like rocket launchers. Is that too crazy?
What did you say?
Is it like rocket launchers, or is that too crazy for action?
No. Okay, you get a rocket launcher. Done. Okay, let's go to Juve. What do you do?
I keep walking down the hallway. I leave my jacket hanging up in the other room because, Afro Brown, brand new meat can't get dirty, getting soiled with the jive turkey's blood. So he keeps walking down.
Okay.
And
Yep. Continue.
And he sees the weapon while I'm like, I don't need no weapons. I got my fist. Keeps on walking.
So you got 3 guys there. You got the closest next to you. Let me see here. And the closest next to you is Andrew's character. We got fucking Crash Blitzer there. And you can see 2 other guys. You can see Ian and his character on the side.
So he looks at his character. I'm Afro Brown. What are you doing here, white bread?
Okay, so that was your attempt at initiative because, it's the one-liners, the initiative. Andrew, do you have a comeback for initiative?
I go where I want. My technique's tighter than these well-manicured jeans. And I look down and you can see the tactical rip showing off my fluttering thighs and just immaculate calves.
Okay, so I will ask the other players, is it ripped jeans or white bread? Well, which did you find better?
The jeans.
Jeans. We got to vote for jeans.
I don't entirely follow what you mean.
Okay, initiative works here. Who has got the better one-liner once you enter combat?
Oh, I see. Okay. Ooh. I think I'll go with the ripped jeans as well.
Okay, we got 2 votes for ripped jeans.
Jeans.
The third one.
Well, I was going to vote for white bread, but still.
I see how this is.
I'll still stick with my vote for white bread, even though it loses.
Okay, it loses because there's not enough votes, possibly. I will go with the jeans, but I did like white bread a lot. So it is Andrew's turn.
So I can just ignore him and go for the weapons in the center, right?
Yeah, you can.
That's what I'm doing. Oh yeah.
You do remember though, you get a higher bonus if you don't. I mean, like at least with close combat weapons, there is ranged weapons that you can use. You don't get a penalty for that.
Yep, I got a good notion of what I want.
Okay, good. Just saying that you're more deadly, at least when it comes to close combat. So.
Yeah. So should I do like a move roll?
Yeah, roll a basic move roll.
My move is 13.
You're fine. So you just basically, if you want, you can describe hopping from the platform, but you just hop on the platform.
Yeah, it's not like a fancy hop.
Yeah.
When I get to the weapon rack, I walk up, my eyes light up as I slowly start panning, and once again you hear Kavinsky come on in the background, and I see a lighter, and I'm like, too cold. And my eyes go next to it, and it's a propane lighter, too hot. And then my eyes go a little bit further, and I see this huge-ass Vietnam flamethrower, 2 funnels on both sides, tubes going into the back slot, and I go, just right. and I pull it and I put it on and I flame it up and let it go shooting into the air and turn around and look at Mr. Brown.
You light your cigarette as you shoot up, like with one hand, just like this, like, and you don't get singed at all, and it's just the flame goes up, and it forms. The flames form. They just say, blitz, blitzer. So yeah, so that was your move, and you can see now you have on the weapon platform. You can see you have Jenny's character, you got Mark's character. Oh wait, we haven't gone with Heath yet. So and Ian, right? We still have Heath and Ian, right? Because now and Jenny's character is Mark's character. That they're on the platform right now, and now it goes to Heath, and then Ian.
So I'm making my way to the room then, right?
You're already in the room. It's the same thing where you have the outer ring kind of thing where it edges to the wall. Then you have the chasm, which there's the 6 floating platforms, and then in the middle you have this kind of tower thing and with the weapons cache on it. So as Jegman enters the room, he slowly scans the area, taking the measure of all the people here. That maniacal grin just seeming to be forever on his face. He brings his hand up, looking at his immaculately manicured nails coming to razor points. I think I'm going to need something a bit bigger for this job. And I'll look and see if I can find the largest fucking knife possible. Like something that would, make fucking Crocodile Dundee beam with pride. Okay. Roll a move roll just to see if you can get to the weapons cache with no problems. Okay. 1d12. It shouldn't be hard for you since you're a ninja. You should have your move should be like one of your highest stats. Yeah, I got a 13. Okay, you're fine. So we're looking for the biggest knife, right? Not a sword, a knife. Yeah. Okay. Something akin to maybe like what's in the overlay. Additionally, maybe some smaller ones as well for hurling purposes. Okay, I will do this. Let me see here. Okay, you find a big knife about the size. It's almost like a machete size. You find a wicked-looking kukri knife. Okay. And you find some really neat throwing knives that have spikes on them and everything. So you find one throwing knife. So that was it. One and the kukri blade. And then it's Ian's turn.
Right. So I'm still holding this door, kind of in both hands. This big ass trap door. And I see now there's 4 of them standing over there on the platform. Yep. And there's the one guy standing over there. Yep, Juve is the last guy. Big afro. Yep. And can I see the weapons from here? Yep. You have a very keen eye too for your babies, and you do see Mary Sue and Katrina. Mary, Sue, and Katrina, huh?
Yep.
All right. Who's standing closest to Mary and Sue?
The closest person is, let me see, 2, 3, 4. Very good. It's Heath. Heath's character, the wicked-looking assassin, harlequin-looking dude. And he's just looking at his knives, like.
So I say, "Stay away from my girls," and I charge across the room, using this door kind of almost as a shield, just in case anybody throws anything at me or whatever. And we'll try to run over to where they are.
Roll a moves roll.
Okay.
He's yelling at me, like as he's running across the room.
Yep.
It's a crit.
Oh yeah, no problem. You can describe how you jump so well on the platform, fucking Mario style. Okay, then you salto, and before you even fall onto the other thing, you already grabbed your weapons basically, as you like salto as you go, and then you go up, and then you basically you land right in front of the Harlequin dude.
Okay, and which part did you want me to describe?
Well, sorry.
Okay.
You know, I just had it such a I just
That's
went
great.
with it.
That's great. And then I perforate the Harlequin with bullets. No, that'll be next turn.
Okay. So you can do it. I'll give you now since we got 2 players at least.
I say, huh, hey asshole, I didn't know the circus was in town.
Okay. What is your comeback for that, Heath? This is initiative right now.
You have children. What bred with you?
Ooh, okay. I will go with the circus. I like the bread with you, but I'll go with the circus personally. What do you guys think?
I'm going to go for the circus.
Circus here as well.
Okay.
I go with circus.
Yeah, that's pretty much a win. Unless Juve, even if you added it, it shouldn't be. So.
I go with Posnap.
Okay. So, Posnap, it is your turn.
Right. So I'm going to unload on this guy, and I've got what was it called? Dual wielding. So I get to. It counts as one attack, but the damage is combined for both pistols.
Yep. And if you miss, you miss. If you hit, you hit.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't roll 2 separate rolls.
Okay. It's 5 plus 6, so it's an 11.
11. Okay, Heath, you gotta roll a moves roll to dodge. You gotta roll 11 or higher combined.
No, that's pretty low. That's only 7.
Okay. So please, Ian, please describe. Okay, wait. You have 2. What is it? 2 pistols, right?
Yeah, I do. 2
Okay,
Desert Eagles.
2 desert. Oh, it's the hand cannon. Okay, so that's it's because a hand cannon does 1d4 plus 1. So this is 2d4 plus 2. That's your damage.
Okay. Ha! 4.
Okay. So it's 4. Please describe your bullets impacting into Heath.
So I'm firing at him. Unfortunately, I don't get very good hits, but I do manage to hit him. Just kind of superfluous wounds, mostly to his outer extremities, nothing center mass. As I hopefully, as it's trying to push him back a bit with the bullets, I'm taking a couple steps back myself because I see that nasty blade he's holding.
Nice. Okay. So we will Heath, you'll take a turn, and then what I'll go quick to Juve, and then what we'll do the simplified initiative, which is just normal like D&D, where you roll a dice and then we go with that. So, Juve.
Yep.
What do you do?
So since I see the guy with the flamethrower Blitz,
Yep.
with the flamethrower,
He's
I'm
also
like,
everybody's on where the weapon is, the weapons rack.
So everybody's at the weapons rack. Alright, I go over and I'm like, alright, you want to play this way? Afro Brown can get down with this job, technically. He looks around and he finds 2 giant metal fist gauntlets. And he's like, now we're talking.
Roll your move.
That's 9 plus move 6.
Okay.
15.
So, yeah, you're fine. So you get metal gauntlets. They won't add to your attack, but they will add a +1 to your damage. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now everybody will roll a simplified initiative. So
Did you skip me? He said I had a turn, right?
Yes, you have a turn. You will go first, and then we'll do a new initiative round. Okay?
Okay. I'm going to grab with practice deftness one of the throwing knife that I had, and give my wrist a quick flick, hurling this thing at this mangy beast's throat who dared assault me.
Roll the moves.
And I defend with the moves as well.
Yep, you would defend a move as well.
All right, I got a 12.
12 in total.
So I got a 15, and what I would like to do is
you cannot use Death Strike Shuriken. You gotta announce it.
Sorry, you didn't fucking tell me this. You didn't say anything about having to announce it beforehand.
That's in the main rule book. Sorry, I gotta burst your bubble there.
Oh no, that's cool, dude. Just fuck everything up. No, that's good.
No, it's updated in the rules, but I haven't updated the pre-gen characters, so I apologize. My bad. It's a work in progress system. You gotta announce it because it's just fair that way. Okay, but you do hit him.
I mean, yeah, I suppose. Sure. So
you can get other knives. You can attempt it again. Don't worry about it.
So can I use any of my other attacks then? Any of my other script stuff, or do I gotta announce all that too?
You can use the which script thing do you want to use?
I'll probably just use smoke bomb.
You already did your attack right now, so this is what you did, and you do hit him. So throwing knife should do.
What it says here, I do 5 plus 2 to melee damage.
Yeah. What you do is where does it say that? Oh yeah, the plus 2 doesn't matter. You get your basic 5 for melee because I changed that. So roll a 1d4.
2.
So plus 5. That's a 7. So describe your hit.
It just buries itself somewhere like in his midsection. His stomach, profuse bleeding follows shortly after.
Oh wait a second. I gotta check here.
Did you throw that, or did you stab me with it?
No. Yeah, sorry. Throwing knives is not. I fucked up.
Throwing knife isn't a melee.
Throwing knife is 2. So 2 damage. So in total you do 4 damage instead of the 7. So apologies there.
How do I do? Do I add my brawn?
You add your brawn, yes.
So that's still
well, actually, no. With throwing knives, yeah, that's something I had to work out. Sorry. So it's just 2 right now. It's every game.
Hey, Sean,
so you do it 2.
If you'd like, I could put some lipstick on, before you fuck me some more.
Yeah, I'm not fucking you. It's a 2. So sorry about that. You did a 2 damage. Yeah. So
2 plus 2, right? So it's 4 total?
Yep.
Got it.
Okay. So now we'll do a simplified initiative. Everybody play 1d12 or roll 1d12 and tell me what your number is, okay? Okay, Ian is 4.
Yeah.
And Heath.
Is this a straight D12 or D12 plus move?
Just a straight D12. This is just a simplified initiative. So what do you got, Mark?
I got 11.
Okay. Heath, what do you got?
It's a 5.
5, okay. Andrew, what do you got?
7.
Okay. And we have Jenny, what do you have?
I also have an 8.
8, okay. And Juve, what do you have?
I also have an 8.
Okay. So we got Andrew 7, Ian 4, Heath 5, Mark 11, Jenny 8, Juve 8. We'll just see. Okay, both of you roll a 1d4 and add that to your initiative, Jenny and Juve, to see who's higher. Let's break it.
Sorry, add what to it?
Yep. Just roll a 1d4.
Oh, a d4. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I am rolling well today.
You are. So you got a 12 now. Juve has a 10. So it is Jenny. You can come up first. The Rippling Ninja. It's turns. Everybody's there now.
Okay. And for somehow no one has approached me yet and attacked me. I really thought they would have done by now. Okay, so I start looking around for either someone who is looking quite weak or two people who are like neck and neck, locked in together.
Right now, the only people who are definitely fighting is Ian and Heath's character.
Okay. So is everyone else just kind of making their way to the platform?
They're all at the platform already.
Okay.
So
well,
you're all on the center platform now.
Yeah. Can I ask how wide is it? How wide is this platform?
You have the center thing, so you got about like 10 feet, where it's like there's like a 10 feet radius, where it's like a 20 feet, 10 feet radius. So it's like from one side to the other, it's 20 feet, and then in the middle you got the weapon, so it's not exactly 10 feet. So you got a little bit of wiggle room. So.
Okay. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is if people are kind of still like standing around and getting their stuff, I'm gonna do this incredibly rippling backflip towards the edge, but obviously not so close that there's potential for me to fall off.
Right.
And I'm gonna say, well, it seems like the lambs have come to the slaughter. I have some meat to chop.
I love it.
What he does is he, first of all, with his chest, he ripples his chest muscles in a way that it makes the shuriken fire out.
I love it. Who are you attacking with the shuriken?
Can you remind me who's on the platform with me?
Everybody. So you could aim at anybody really. It's small enough that you could aim at anybody.
Okay. In that case, I'll aim at someone who's not fighting at the minute. So I guess that would be either.
I could randomly choose one for you too.
Yeah. Well, let's, because I'm just kind of just firing at everyone in general. So whoever gets hit.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll, and so it's Andrew.
Okay, so instead of like a traditional move where I try to jump out of the way, can I try to turn my flamethrower back to it and blow up?
Yeah, you can do that. Jenny, so what was your attack roll?
Let me just do that now for you.
Yeah.
What would I add to that?
Your moves.
So that's another 5, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, 10 in total then.
Okay, one of the shurikens does a +1 damage. The other one is an explosive one that does 1d6 damage if it impacts. So.
All right, cool. My move is a 12.
Okay. So what was your move, Jenny, in total?
My move was 10.
Okay, so Andrew. As Jenny's like rippling ninja ripples out the muscles like they throw out. Please describe what you do with your flamethrower.
So you hear "Riders in the Storm" by Jim Morrison come on in the background. Riders on the storm, dee 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 doo. And I look at the weapon rack next to me and see all the explosives, and I get this insight, and I turn and just level the flamethrower right at the shuriken.
I love it. Okay, so basically you melt all the shurikens, and the explosive one explodes. So
what I want to do, I don't want to like use the flame, Sean. I want to turn the actual fuel pack and let it smack it and blow up.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Shit.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
And I want to point out that because I have walk away from explosion, the explosion's on my back.
You can walk away from it. Doesn't matter if it's your back. If it says you can walk away, you walk away.
Yep, as long as it's behind me. So, and I'm doing it like I want the whole platform to go fuck it up. All the explosives. I'm imagining like grenades, rocket launchers, jet fuel. I don't know.
Okay. Well, everybody gets a move to dodge because this might be the end of the game. So everybody roll. You gotta roll really high. You gotta get a 14 or higher.
I got 13. Fuck.
Oh, okay.
I fumbled.
Oh man.
8 plus 6 is 14.
Okay, you got it. Mark got it. Juve? Juve. Heath?
I got 13, but I also have walk away from explosion.
You were fighting Heath.
I wasn't fighting anybody. I haven't engaged in combat. I just I turned around, picking up the iron gauntlets.
Okay. We'll do it this way. Since we'll do a brain roll, I'm just gonna wing it. Both you and Andrew roll a brain roll right now.
Do I get some kind of advantage since I'm the one orchestrating the explosion?
You'll get a +1 advantage. I'll be nice.
He wins. I got
Damn, man.
So
Fucking
you
16.
sadly
Yeah,
you're
he
looking
won
at
that.
the explosion. So as an action hero, it doesn't work then. You have to be walking away from the explosion. So Heath, what do you roll for your moves roll?
It's right there. It's a 1.
It's a 1. Okay. So only Mark made it, right?
Yeah.
Mark
so
and me.
oh, okay.
How much damage did we take?
So Mark, you should. Well, you did the walk away of explosion, but you will get some like damage. Not much. You'll get a 4 damage.
It's because of the rocket launcher that I'm holding.
Oh, you have the rocket launcher too. Oh, we did dodge. I'll be nice. I'll be nice. You will get some damage though, Mark. You'll get a 6, and roll a brains roll to see if you somehow manage to save your rocket launcher. And then we'll describe the gory details. Roll a brains roll. What do you got?
Brains roll 16.
Okay. You know what? You saved your rocket launcher. You're singed. You're pretty badly burnt. Okay, so this is what happens. Fucking Andrew, the fucking chuckle fuck troll extraordinaire, just turns around and fucking just the explosive shurikens just buries itself deep, and there's a huge explosion. Okay, it hits fucking like Juve. If every one of you wants to describe your death, except obviously Mark and Andrew, we'll start with Ian.
So I'm sitting there looking at this knife down in my gut, and I see this guy get in front of me. He's getting ready to try to insta-kill me. And I'm pulling my guns up and just hoping, pointing them straight at his face, turning my head back, and then the explosion goes off on my blind side. Totally engulfed in flames. I go flying across the room, holding onto my guns, which now, like, my flesh is melted into the extremely hot gunmetal. And I land on the ground.
Well, it's actually you fall into the void beneath
you.
you.
Into the void beneath me. Okay. So as I'm falling down the void, I take my sunglasses off and I say, "At least that fucking clown didn't get me."
Okay, Heath, it's your type to describe. You know what? I just had an idea before we continue. I'll retcon this a bit. Since you have Ian and Heath in Mortal Kombat, as the explosion goes, you will both, if you want, have a final attack. Okay?
I was going to say I'd jump off after him, like hurling my fucking knives anyways.
Okay. So let's just say the explosion happens and both of you, like Ian jumps like fucking Matrix-y, and Heath, you just throw your weapons. Both of you roll an attack.
So just to be clear this time, I'm using Death Shuriken.
Yep.
He's dead.
If he doesn't roll higher, I'll change that.
So I got a
Ian, roll an attack roll.
It's not higher.
Okay.
So I got a 15, and if I'm throwing a knife, I only need a 7.
I'm not even retconning this. So basically, Ian shot at him, missed. He comes down. You take off the glasses, just barely alive. Maybe you can be saved. And now Heath, describe how you Death Shuriken his ass.
So you see the slides on the guns come back in slow motion. 2 bullets whizzing up. You see the air rippling behind him. Jegrid turns slowly, 1 bullet grazing his chest. The other one coming around, just passing his face. The smile still there. And as he comes around, he flicks his arm, the knife hurling end over end over end. And as it approaches, you can see Rex Heath Posey's face just reflecting off the blade as it buries itself between his eyes.
I love it. Okay. Now, Juve, please.
I land on him and ride him like a surfboard down the rest of the way.
As you're about to land on him, you kill him like ha ha ha, and then he impacts. But what happens is like a big chunk of the platform just hits and crushes you both. Now it's Juve's turn.
Oh, that's convenient.
Well, it is.
Okay,
What do you do?
so at this point, as I turn around to perform my Black Panther Fist of Iron technique, the flames erupt, I get engulfed in flames, and the last thought of my man, I know I should have been at the discotheque. And next thing you know, you just see iron gloves, iron gauntlets, and just bone like something that's out of Mortal Kombat, like a scorpion finisher move.
I love it. Okay, roll an attack roll just for me, because I've got an idea.
Alright, well, I got a 3.
And what's your moves bonus?
6, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. So this is what happens, right? So as it explodes and you're just frying into fatality move, you can see Heath and Ian in deadly combat, and you can see a huge chunk, like a gigantic chunk of the platform falling down, and you just basically have the idea to punch the piece of the center thing into them. Do you want to describe that for me before you die?
Okay, so as I perform this last move, I summon all what Master Sean has taught me in the art of black kung fu and generated a cosmic punch that launched a boulder into them and then pushing them into the wall, causing them to go split, and all you see is like brains and gore and melted flesh.
Well, it's out of the ground, so they basically get just crushed and they just like fall through, and
Yeah.
it's such a big, like, as they go through, it's like it rips through the bottom into what you see now as a void, and your charred corpse just falls after them. And now it's time for the Rippling Ninja to describe his epic death.
Okay. So I was attacking Crash, wasn't I? So
Yep.
while the flamethrower kind of makes contact with the explosive shuriken, over the sound of the billowing flame and the explosion, you can't hear it very well, and he's trying to kind of hide it as well, but he's being himself. He kind of goes into this falsetto voice and starts saying, "I don't want a place to stay, Get your booty on the floor tonight, make my day, sort of thing. And while that's happening, it blows him off the platform, so he's starting to fall in midair. And what he does is he takes his last two shuriken in his forearms, which are the ones with the extra spinning blades. He then kind of flexes them so they come shooting out. And as a kind of a final revenge move, he takes it through to Crash, and he's hoping they're gonna basically just spin and take his head clean off.
You know what? I'll allow that. Roll an attack and roll a defensive move, Andrew.
So they're gonna kind of come in a crisscross like that.
Right.
Let me just.
So you'll need at least a 12 in total, Crash, to avoid that.
No, it hits me.
Okay,
I just want to point out, though, I've got attacked twice by her without a single attack.
Well, you had your attack now. You destroyed them, all of them.
That was a defensive move, Sean.
I did it in self-defense, God. I just blew them up in self-defense.
Well, okay, fine. Do your attack. You can do a counter attack, Andrew.
No, she can hit me with it.
No, it's fair.
Go on, do it.
Do it. So,
I'm
you're right.
Anyway,
I don't got like
any player who points out a mistake to me, I'll always say, go
do
for
it, hit me! I am here!
Do it, come on, do it, kill me now!
No, she can, just
Before
tell me your
I fall to my
damage.
death.
How much is the damage?
It's just like plus one, so it's like in total 6.
Okay. So, yeah, describe it hitting me. It doesn't kill me, but I'm, like, almost dead.
Yeah, Jenny, please describe the slicing shurikens hitting him.
Okay, so they come through like that, like a crisscross, so they go like that, but they don't kind of come all the way out the end, so his head is kind of half off at the minute. You can just about breathe for maybe a few more minutes. There's some blood gushing down you and everything, and your head's kind of like this since it's off its hinges.
I love it. Why is he flapping around? That's fine still. He'll be good for hours in this kind of
It cuts and like sprays blood back into the fire. My head falls forward a little bit, and I cough out blood. That was one hell of a close haircut.
I love it. So, okay, now it's down to Mark and Andrew. And so we will do this as the final battle, so we'll do a new initiative. But we'll do it classic style, so one-liner. You're both now. Just one second. Both of you basically avoid the explosion, the brunt of the explosion, so you're not dead, and you're now both on one of the remaining floating smaller platforms that are floating around. So you're like, it's almost like you're in like a hoverboard kind of thing.
Do I have a minute to talk to my old buddy here? Because we're actually acquainted.
Yeah. Talking is free. You can talk anytime.
Oh man, they got me good, man. Is that you, Clammy?
It sure is, Blitz.
Man, you got out again, man. Thought you were gonna do life after you blew up that school bus.
There were so many children on that bus.
Well, oh man, doesn't look like I'm getting out of this one. That fucker got me with the flying shuriken. Didn't even see it coming. Do me a favor. And I take a folded piece of paper out of my pocket and I hand it to him. When you get that bastard X, make sure he gets this. And I fall over and trip and go tumbling off of the edge of the platform.
As your head flops off and like just blood squirts and you're just swirling down, and it's like at that moment your head doesn't come down right away, so you just like fall down, and it's like the camera, it just zooms into you, and it's slow-mo. It's in slow-mo, and you can hear like the music like like the angels chiming.
Exactly. And as I'm falling down, my arms go out like this, and my pockets out, like empty out, and you see tons and tons of these folded pictures, and they open up and start fluttering away like birds. And on the front of them is me leaning against the car with the middle finger up that says "fuck you" with my signature.
And then you fall to the hole now because the ground has been destroyed, so into the void below you, and yeah. Or actually, no, you fall down, so you fall on the edge, you splat, your head falls up, and then parts of your body fall into the void, and your head is there, and then your eyes close, but your head and your right hand just land down there, right? And so you're like, you do your eyes close, and you say "fuck you," and your hands just like clutch to a big "fuck you," and yeah. So now it's down to Mark. And it says, and now you're standing on the platform, and you can hear a voice. "Well done, challenger. You have won. You have completed the death maze." And suddenly the entire death maze just disappears, and you find yourself suddenly in a elevator, and you hear a little bit of elevator music. And the door opens, and you can see a completely dark room, and then suddenly you hear a clicking sound of a light, and in the far distance you can see a spotlight on something, which is on a it's like a little like where they like put some kind of something is on there, like a little, I call that, you know what I mean, like a little to put things on, in like a gallery or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, what do you do?
Is the X anywhere to be found?
Mr. X says, "Here is your prize."
Oh, is he in front of me?
Well, sorry, I fucked up. No. Okay, so what you see is there's a table basically where the light is shining. There's a table,
Oh, okay.
and there is a guy sitting like this, and all you can see is a red suit, but his face is in darkness.
Uh-huh. Alright. Do I still have my rocket launcher?
Yeah, you have your rocket launcher.
Alright, I'm gonna walk up to the...
And he says, "Come closer to claim your prize."
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the table with rocket launcher in hand, and I'm gonna be like, What a contest you've put up. I don't like it. This is for Blitz. And he holds up the rocket launcher to him,
and Ellie
says,
says,
right point blank.
Okay, so you just fucking please describe how please describe how you annihilate him with the rocket launcher. What happens? What happens with the explosion?
I fire it point blank, and it gets me too. And
no, it doesn't. Oh, you wanna get yourself too.
Yep. I want to take myself down with him, basically, and just have there be nothing but guts on the floor and all on the walls and everything.
So you explode.
Yep.
And but something happens, which is interesting. Suddenly, you could see as you before you die, you could see Mr. X being exploded, and something falls off, something metallic, right? And he says, and then you can hear this voice. Well, this happened. This hasn't happened yet. Bring the nanites. And suddenly he's like, your head is still like you're barely conscious. You're just like about to just be dead and just everything. And you can see small robot nanites pouring out of somewhere. And what happens is your body gets reconstructed, and you stand up suddenly with like mostly metallic parts, and then you look down, and you can see in the whole blood and gore and everything where Mr. X at the table was and everything, and you can see a metallic object, and it looks like a mask, and you feel very drawn to the mask, and you pick it up, and it looks kind of a weird ancient but also highly advanced mask, and you put it on to claim your prize, and the mask attaches itself to it, and then suddenly you just look up onto a screen, and you can see 6 other contestants, and this is what you hear yourself saying. The last remnants of your personality fleeting, and you say, "Welcome, challengers. Who will survive the Deathmaze?" And Finn? Question mark.
Woo! Awesome.
Okay. Any final words?
That was awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for running the game, Sean.
You're welcome, guys. I had a great time.
Thank you.
Okay. So, audience, I hope you enjoyed it. I will stop the recording now. And I thank you, players, for coming to the game. And I thank the viewer that we had. And I think we had more than one at one point, but I thank you for watching the game and enjoying it. And yeah, for the Deathmaze of Doom, fellow Beastians, and we'll see maybe next year who will survive the Deathmaze. So, bye all.